Welcome back to the channel, coin enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1961 Lincoln penny. While most people know the Lincoln penny as a standard coin, this particular year has an extraordinary twist. Some 1961 pennies are worth a staggering $4 million in the market. You heard that right, $4 million. So, how can a small, humble penny hold such a high value? Stick with me as we explore the mystery behind this incredible coin and why it's one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of numismatics. The history of the 1961 Lincoln penny. Before we get into the details of its value, let's talk about the history of the 1961 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been a staple in American currency since 1909, when it was first issued to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. By 1961, the Lincoln penny had been in circulation for over 5 decades. The coin was produced in several mints across the country, including the Denver Mint, where the D mint mark appeared on the 1961 penny. But what sets the 1961 apart from the rest? It's the story of how a rare variety of this penny was made. In the early 1960s, the U.S. Mint faced some challenges with their production process. Some 1961 pennies were struck with irregularities that would later make them highly coveted by collectors. These imperfections were not intentional, but they created one of the most valuable coins in the history of American currency. The error. So, what's the big deal with the 1961 penny? The key lies in the presence of a rare minting error. Many 1961 pennies were struck with an over-polished die, which caused a unique double die effect on the coin. This error gave the 1961 Lincoln penny its signature look, with a distinct doubling of certain features, including the word Liberty and the date 1961. This mistake was relatively rare, but when it did occur, it made the coin stand out from the thousands of standard 1961 pennies that were minted. While the majority of 1961 pennies were struck normally, a small percentage of them bore this double die error. And, over time, coin collectors began to notice this anomaly. The rare double die 1961 Lincoln penny became highly sought after by serious collectors, leading to its rise in value. So, let's take a closer look at why this particular coin can command such an extraordinary price. Why is the 1961 Lincoln penny worth so much? Now, let's talk about the value. As I mentioned earlier, some 1961 Lincoln pennies have been sold for as much as $4 million in the market. You may be wondering, how can a coin that was minted in such large quantities be worth so much money? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and historical significance. First, the rarity of the 1961 double die penny is a key factor in its high value. Only a small number of these coins were struck with the double die error, and over the years, many of them have been lost, damaged, or simply not recognized for their worth. This scarcity has created a huge demand among collectors, driving the price up. Second, condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. A 1961 penny in perfect condition, often referred to as mint state or uncirculated, is much more valuable than a worn or damaged coin. The most valuable 1961 double die pennies are those that have been preserved in excellent condition, with clear and sharp details that showcase the doubling effect. The better the condition, the higher the price. Third, the historical significance of this coin adds to its allure. As with many rare coins, collectors are drawn to the story behind the minting error. The 1961 Lincoln penny isn't just valuable because of its rarity. It represents a unique moment in American numismatic history, when an error coin slipped through the cracks and became a highly coveted treasure. So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable 1961 pennies in your collection? The key feature to look for is the doubling of certain elements on the coin. Here's how to identify it. Look for the doubling on the date. The most obvious sign is the doubled 1961 on the coin. The numbers will appear to be slightly offset, with 2 images of the digits, giving the impression of a double strike. Check the word Liberty on the obverse, front, side of the coin. The word Liberty may also show signs of doubling. This can be harder to spot with the naked eye, so you might need a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to get a closer look. Examine the "In God We Trust" inscription. Like the other elements on the coin, this motto may also show signs of doubling if the coin was struck with the over-polished die. If you spot these signs, you may be holding onto a valuable piece of numismatic history. Remember, the condition of the coin is also critical. A penny with visible wear and tear will not be worth as much as one in mint condition. If you think you found a 1961 Lincoln penny with the double die error, you may be wondering where to sell it. The first step is to have your coin professionally appraised by an expert in numismatics. Certified coin dealers and grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation can help assess the authenticity and condition of your coin. Once your coin is authenticated and graded, you can sell it at auction houses that specialize in rare coins, such as Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers Galleries. Online marketplaces like eBay may also be a good option for reaching a broader audience of potential buyers. Just be sure to research the best-selling methods to get the highest price for your coin. In conclusion, the 1961 Lincoln penny, particularly those with the rare double die error, is one of the most valuable coins on the market today. With a potential value of up to $4 million, this small piece of American history is a dream find for coin collectors. If you happen to have one of these elusive pennies in your collection, it could be worth a small fortune. Always keep an eye out for minting errors and rare varieties, as you never know when you might stumble upon your own hidden treasure. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin-related content. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep those coins shining. Thanks for tuning in. If you're a coin collector or just someone who loves finding hidden treasures, today's video is going to blow your mind. We're diving into one of the most exciting and rare coins out there, the 1967 no-mint mark war in the Pacific Lincoln penny, which has been known to fetch up to $4 million in today's market. Yes, you heard that right, $4 million. So, if you want to learn more about this legendary coin and why it's worth so much, stick around because you won't want to miss this. Before we dive deep, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss any of our future coin-related content. Let's jump into it. Let's start by talking about the 1967 Lincoln penny itself. On the surface, it looks like a regular penny, a small copper coin with Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. It's part of the long-running Lincoln penny series that has been circulating in the United States for over a century. But here's where things get interesting. The 1967 penny, just like any other coin, typically has a mint mark. A mint mark is a small letter on the coin that tells you which U.S. mint it was produced at. You'll usually find mint marks like D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or P for Philadelphia. However, the 1967 penny we're talking about doesn't have any mint mark at all. And that's where the mystery begins. So, what's the deal with the 1967 no mint mark penny? Why is it so special? It all starts with a historical event, the U.S. involvement in World War II, specifically the war in the Pacific. During the war, there were certain mints that faced production challenges, and some years saw coins being struck with either no mint mark or errors that led to rare variations. The 1967 penny has been linked to this period due to an error in the minting process. Now, you may be wondering, why does this specific penny carry such a high value? The answer lies in its rarity. This penny is considered a minting error, and it's believed that only a small number of 1967 pennies were struck without a mint mark due to a mix-up during production. The exact number of these coins is unknown, but it's believed that only a handful exist. This makes them incredibly rare, and rarity, as we know, significantly drives up a coin's value. But wait, there's more to the story. The 1967 no mint mark penny is also tied to the historical legacy of the war in the Pacific. The coin's connection to the war adds a layer of historical value that makes it even more appealing to collectors and investors alike. When you combine rarity with historical significance, you get a coin that is not only worth money, it's a piece of history. Collectors who are passionate about both history and rare coins have a special appreciation for coins like the 1967 no mint mark penny. Having a piece of a pivotal moment in American history makes the coin even more desirable, and it's no wonder that it's fetching millions in the market. So, just how much is this penny worth? While most regular 1967 Lincoln pennies are worth just 1 cent, the 1967 no-mint mark penny has been known to fetch astronomical prices. As of recent sales, some of these rare coins have been valued at around $4 million. Yes, $4 million. This makes it one of the most valuable pennies in existence. Now, you may be wondering why such a small coin can be worth such a staggering amount of money. The answer, again, lies in its rarity. Since only a few of these coins were ever made, the demand among collectors is high, and the price has risen to extraordinary levels. It's also important to note that the value of rare coins like the 1967 no-mint mark penny can fluctuate depending on a variety of factors, such as the coin's condition, its provenance, and the current market demand. Some of these pennies have sold for a few $100,000, while others have reached the $4 million mark. If you're wondering how to spot a 1967 no-mint mark penny, here are a few tips. First, examine the obverse, front, of the coin. You should see Abraham Lincoln's portrait, along with the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." On the reverse you'll see the Lincoln Memorial and the words, "E Pluribus Unum," and "United States of America." The key detail to look for is the absence of a mint mark. Typically, you'd see a D or an S below the date on the coin, but if there's nothing there, you may have a rare coin on your hands. Next, you'll want to examine the coin's condition. Coins with a higher grade, meaning they're in better condition, are generally worth more. If you find a 1967 no-mint mark penny in mint condition, it could be worth a lot more than one that is worn or damaged. Finally, if you think you found one of these valuable coins, it's always a good idea to get it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. They can confirm whether your coin is the real deal and provide you with an accurate estimate of its value. So, where can you find a 1967 no-mint mark penny? The truth is, they're incredibly hard to come by. Most of these coins have already been discovered and are now in private collections or held by collectors who understand their value. However, there are still occasional sightings of these rare coins, particularly in estate sales, coin auctions, and specialized coin shops. If you're serious about finding one, you'll need to keep your eyes peeled and be ready to pay a premium for it. Online auction sites like eBay sometimes list rare coins, and it's worth checking out local coin shops or attending coin shows to network with other collectors and keep an eye out for any available 1967 no-mint mark pennies. There you have it, folks, the incredible story of the 1967 no-mint mark war in the Pacific Lincoln penny and its unbelievable value of up to $4 million. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just a casual enthusiast, this rare and historic coin is a must-know in the world of numismatics. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin-related content, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on future videos. And if you've ever come across a rare coin, feel free to share your experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Where we'll be diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, specifically focusing on the 1976 D-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike due to its surprising market value. Today, we'll explore why this penny is worth up to $4 million, its history, and how you can identify one if you're lucky enough to own it. The 1976 Lincoln penny holds significant historical importance, not only for its role in the U.S. currency system but also because of its rarity in connection to the war in the Pacific. While most of us think of Lincoln pennies as common, this specific coin is a rare gem in the world of numismatics, the study or collection of currency, particularly coins. In 1976, the United States minted a special edition of the Lincoln penny to commemorate the country's bicentennial, celebrating 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. These bicentennial coins were issued in large numbers, but certain varieties, like the 1976 D Lincoln penny, are exceedingly rare, which is why they are so valuable today. At first glance, a 1976 Lincoln penny may seem like just another penny you'd find in your pocket, but there's something special about the 1976 D variety that sets it apart from the rest. The D mint mark indicates it was minted in Denver, and this particular coin is considered rare because of an interesting error that occurred during its production. The 1976 D penny was part of a massive production run, with billions of coins minted that year. However, only a few of them carry a specific set of characteristics that make them unique. These coins were produced during a time of high pressure, both literally and figuratively, as the U.S. was dealing with the ongoing effects of World War II and the war in the Pacific. The pressure in the minting process sometimes resulted in unique mistakes, leading to certain varieties being worth far more than their face value. One of the main reasons the 1976 D Lincoln penny has reached such high values, up to $4 million, is due to a rare error that occurred in a small batch of these coins. The error, known as a double die variety, caused the engravings on some of the coins to be doubled. This happened because of a misalignment during the coin's creation, leading to a unique design flaw that is highly sought after by collectors. To understand why these coins are so valuable, we need to take a deeper look into the market dynamics of rare coin collecting. The world of numismatics is much like any other collector's market, where rarity and demand dictate value. A coin like the 1976 D Lincoln penny, with a double die error, is extremely rare. When a small number of these coins are available in the market, collectors are eager to add them to their collections, pushing their value into the millions. It's also important to note that not all 1976 D Lincoln pennies are worth this amount. In fact, only those with the double die error fetch these extraordinary prices. So, how can you identify a coin that might be worth millions? There are a few key things to look for. First, examine the date and mint mark. Look for the D mint mark, which indicates it was minted in Denver. Then, check the doubling of the engravings on the front of the coin. You may notice that the letters of Liberty, the date, and even the word In God We Trust are slightly doubled or blurred. This is a clear sign that the coin might be a rare double die variety. It's also important to inspect the condition of the coin. A coin's condition, known as its grade, plays a significant role in its value. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition are worth much more than those that are worn or damaged. A mint condition 1976 D double die penny could easily fetch millions of dollars in the right market. Collectors and investors often turn to professional grading services to authenticate and grade rare coins. These services carefully evaluate the coin's condition, authenticity, and whether it has any unique features like the double die error. Once graded and authenticated, the coin's value is established, and it can be sold through auctions or private sales. Now, let's talk about the story behind these coins. The year 1976 marked a time of reflection for the United States. Not only was it the bicentennial of the country's independence, but it was also a period of post-war recovery. The war in the Pacific, which ended in 1945, had a lasting impact on U.S. coinage production. Coins minted during this time often carry a historical significance because they were produced during a time of great change. The production process in 1976 involved multiple stages, with coins being struck in large quantities at several minting facilities across the country. However, it was during this time that the unique error with the 1976 D Lincoln penny occurred, leading to its later discovery and growing value. In recent years, as coin collectors and investors have increasingly recognized the rarity of these coins, the market value has skyrocketed. Auctions for high-quality examples of the 1976 D double die Lincoln penny have seen bids soar, with some of the most exceptional coins fetching as much as $4 million. If you're wondering how to get your hands on one of these rare coins, it's not an easy task. Finding a 1976 D Lincoln penny with the double die error requires persistence and a keen eye. Many collectors spend years searching through rolls of pennies or scouring auctions for a coin of this caliber. However, the excitement of potentially discovering a coin worth millions is what keeps collectors on the lookout. The market for rare coins is constantly evolving, and the 1976 D Lincoln penny is no exception. With the growing interest in coin collecting and investment, we can expect the value of these rare coins to continue to rise. For those lucky enough to find one of these exceptional pennies, it could mean a windfall of up to $4 million. In conclusion, the 1976 D Lincoln penny, with its connection to the war in the Pacific and its unique double die error, is one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the world. If you happen to have one of these coins in your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone interested in rare coins, the 1976 D. Lincoln penny is a perfect example of why numismatics is such an exciting and rewarding hobby. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let us know if you've ever come across a rare coin in your collection, or if you plan on searching for a 1976 D. Lincoln penny. If you're a coin collector or someone who's simply curious about the value of old coins, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into a fascinating and valuable piece of American history, the 1984 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. This specific penny is more than just a small piece of copper, it has a fascinating backstory, and when you find one in good condition, it could be worth a whopping $4 million. Let's get started and explore why this penny is so valuable. First, let's talk about the penny itself. The Lincoln penny, first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, has seen many variations over the years. One of the most famous and valuable pennies is the 1984 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Now, before we get into the value of this penny, let's take a look at the significance of its missing mint mark. Most coins that are minted in the United States have a mint mark, which tells collectors where the coin was produced. The U.S. has several mints located across the country, including in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The mint mark is typically located on the front or back of the coin, depending on the year and design. However, in 1984, a batch of pennies was minted in Philadelphia, but some of them were released without a mint mark. This is where things get interesting. The 1984 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is extremely rare. In fact, it's believed that only a small number of these coins were actually made. The reason for the lack of a mint mark? It's believed to have been an error during the production process. Instead of adding the D or S mint marks, some of the pennies were released without any mark at all. Why does this matter? Well, rarity is one of the key factors that drive a coin's value in the market. The rarer a coin is, the more desirable it becomes to collectors. And since there are only a few of these 1984 pennies without a mint mark in circulation, they have become highly sought after. So, how much is this penny worth? The 1984 Lincoln penny with no mint mark has been known to sell for upwards of $4 million in the right condition. This value can fluctuate depending on the coin's condition, but even in average circulated condition, it can still fetch a pretty penny, pun intended. The highest known sale of this coin was for an incredible $4 million at auction, making it one of the most valuable pennies ever sold. If you're lucky enough to find one of these pennies, the first thing you'll want to do is inspect its condition. The more pristine and uncirculated the coin is, the higher its value. Coins with little to no wear are more desirable to collectors, and their value increases exponentially. Even if the penny has some wear and tear, it could still be worth thousands of dollars, though it will likely fall short of the $4 million mark. Now, let's talk about how you can tell if you have one of these rare 1984 pennies with no mint mark. The first thing to check is the front of the coin, where you'll see Abraham Lincoln's portrait. If the coin has no mint mark, then it was likely minted in Philadelphia. While this may sound simple, there are other things to look out for, such as whether the coin has been altered in any way. If someone has intentionally removed the mint mark or manipulated the coin, it may not hold its value. Another key factor to consider is the coin's overall authenticity. If you suspect you have a 1984 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, it's a good idea to get it professionally authenticated by a reputable coin grading service. This will help you determine its true value and confirm that it is indeed a genuine error coin. In addition to the rarity of the coin itself, another reason for the high value of the 1984 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is the historical context behind it. 1984 was a significant year in American history, especially with the ongoing Cold War tensions and the war in the Pacific's lingering effects from previous decades. A coin from this era, particularly one with an error like the missing mint mark, captures a piece of history that makes it even more desirable to collectors. If you're considering buying or selling one of these pennies, it's important to stay up to date on market trends. Coin values can fluctuate based on demand, historical significance, and the overall state of the economy. However, with such a rare and valuable coin, the chances of finding another 1984 Lincoln penny without a mint mark are incredibly slim, which makes this particular penny even more precious. For coin collectors, the thrill of the hunt is what makes it all so exciting. Many collectors dream of discovering a rare coin that could be worth millions, and the 1984 Lincoln penny without a mint mark fits that bill perfectly. If you're just starting to collect, keep your eyes peeled for these rarities. Who knows, you might stumble upon a hidden gem. In conclusion, the 1984 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is a perfect example of how small details can have a huge impact on a coin's value. This era coin, with its rarity and historical significance, has become a highly sought-after item in the coin collecting world. Its market value can reach an astounding $4 million, making it one of the most valuable pennies ever discovered. So, if you have any 1984 pennies in your collection, it's worth taking a second look to see if you've got one of these rare and valuable era coins. And, of course, if you find one, be sure to protect it and have it authenticated to maximize its value. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe for more fascinating coin stories and tips. We have an exciting topic for all you coin collectors and enthusiasts. We're diving into the world of rare coins, and we'll be focusing on the 1992 Lincoln penny with the infamous War in the Pacific minting error. This penny isn't just any ordinary coin, it has the potential to be worth a jaw-dropping $4 million on the market. You might be wondering, how is this possible? What makes a penny from 1992 worth such a fortune? Well, stick around, because we're about to break down everything you need to know about this rare treasure. Let's start with some basic details. The 1992 Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which is why you'll see the D mint mark on the coin. This penny, like many others from that era, seems to have been produced in mass numbers, but what makes certain versions of this penny so valuable is a special and rare error. That's right, an error coin, the kind of find every collector dreams of. The error we're focusing on today is a unique case of die clash, often referred to as the War in the Pacific error, due to the way the design was affected by a clash between two dies during the minting process. In simple terms, a die clash happens when two metal dies strike each other without a planchet between them. This creates unintended and often fascinating designs on the coin, which can make it extraordinarily valuable. For collectors, die clash errors are like finding a hidden treasure. Now, what makes this particular error even more remarkable is its rarity. It's estimated that only a few of these error coins were ever produced, which is why they're so sought after today. In fact, some collectors have paid as much as $4 million for a single 1992 War in the Pacific Lincoln penny. That's right, a penny worth more than most cars, houses, or even college tuition. It's no wonder coin collectors are so excited about this find. To truly appreciate the value of this coin, we need to talk about how much it could be worth in today's market. Standard 1992 Lincoln pennies are worth just 1 cent, obviously, since they're so common. However, the War in the Pacific error makes this penny an entirely different beast. This rare error has created a market frenzy, and high-profile sales have demonstrated just how valuable this penny can be. Coins with this error have been auctioned off for millions of dollars because they are so hard to find, and their historical significance only adds to their worth. So, how can you identify this error on your own? Well, it's not as easy as it sounds. The die clash from this minting error leaves behind subtle marks, sometimes referred to as ghost images, that look like a faint second image of Abraham Lincoln's profile or parts of the reverse design. These impressions appear due to the dies striking each other without a planchet, which leaves behind a shadow of what would have been a full image. If you ever find a 1992 penny that looks a bit off, with strange markings or overlapping images, you might just have a rare gem on your hands. To spot this error, look closely at the face of Lincoln. You might notice unusual, overlapping features, or even a double image where one image appears to be ghosted or faintly duplicated. Check the reverse side as well. Sometimes, die clashes leave faint impressions of the reverse design or even parts of the mint mark that shouldn't be visible. If you find something like this, congratulations. You might have stumbled upon one of the rarest pennies in circulation today. Now, let's talk about where you might be able to sell your 1992 D War in the Pacific Lincoln penny and how much you could expect to make. As mentioned, some of these coins have sold for millions of dollars at high-end coin auctions. The prices for these coins can vary depending on the coin's condition and how well the error is displayed. A coin with a clear, noticeable error is worth much more than one with a faint or almost invisible die clash. So, if you find one of these pennies, the better condition it's in, the higher the potential value. One of the most common places to find buyers for rare error coins like this is at numismatic auctions. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and other auction houses are great platforms for selling these rare finds. You might also consider reaching out to specialized coin dealers who have experience dealing with rare errors. But remember, you should always do your research and get a professional appraisal to ensure you're getting the best price for your coin. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you to keep an eye on your pocket change. You never know when you might come across a rare penny like this, and it could be worth a fortune. So, keep checking your coins carefully, especially older pennies from the 1990s. And if you're a serious collector, always be on the lookout for coins that could have errors or rare minting marks. They're the ones that hold the most potential for high returns. In conclusion, the 1992 D Lincoln penny with the War in the Pacific minting error is one of the most exciting and valuable coins in the market today. With some of these error pennies fetching prices as high as $4 million, it's no surprise that collectors are constantly on the hunt for these rare gems. If you happen to find one in your change, you could be sitting on a small fortune, so make sure to check your pennies carefully. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning about this fascinating piece of coin history. If you have any questions or want to share your thoughts, feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more exciting coin-related content, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest updates. Happy collecting, and good luck finding your next rare coin. Where we're diving into a fascinating topic for coin collectors and history buffs alike, the 2013 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, also known as the War in the Pacific edition. This coin has taken the numismatic world by storm, with some examples fetching a staggering $4 million at auction. In this video, we'll explore why this particular penny is so valuable, how it ties into American history, and what makes it so unique in the market. Before we get into the specifics, let's start with a little background on the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner to honor President Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, the design has undergone several changes, but the penny has remained a beloved symbol of American currency. In 2013, the U.S. Mint released a special edition Lincoln penny to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the end of World War II. These pennies featured an unusual feature: they were struck without a mint mark. The mint mark is typically a small letter on the coin that indicates which U.S. Mint facility produced the coin. Coins minted in Philadelphia usually don't have a mint mark, while those produced in Denver and San Francisco are marked with a D or S respectively. However, the 2013 Lincoln penny with no mint mark stands out for several reasons. First, it was part of a limited series issued to commemorate the War in the Pacific, a crucial part of America's involvement in World War II. The design on the reverse side of the coin features an image of the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of American unity and strength, which ties into the broader theme of resilience during wartime. But here's where it gets even more interesting. While most of these coins were produced as part of the regular annual minting process, a few were released into circulation with a unique characteristic: the absence of a mint mark. This small but significant detail made these coins highly sought after by collectors, especially those with an interest in rare and unique pennies. The lack of a mint mark on this penny is not just a minor detail. It creates a rarity factor that greatly increases the coin's value. The standard 2013 Lincoln pennies were produced in large quantities, but the ones without a mint mark are incredibly scarce. This scarcity, combined with the historical significance of the war in the Pacific, is what drives up the price of these pennies. Now, you might be wondering, how much could a 2013 Lincoln penny with no mint mark really be worth? Well, it's not just the rarity of the coin that adds to its value. This penny is also a part of American history, which makes it incredibly desirable to collectors. In fact, some of these coins have sold for as much as $4 million at auction, making them one of the most expensive pennies in history. How does a penny, which typically only has a face value of 1 cent, skyrocket to such a high price? The key factor here is the rarity and the unique circumstances surrounding its release. Coins like this are often referred to as error coins, and collectors are always on the lookout for these kinds of anomalies. When something goes wrong in the minting process or when a coin is produced with an unusual feature, it can become highly valuable, especially if it's tied to a significant historical event. If you're lucky enough to come across a 2013 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, you could be holding on to a potential goldmine. But how can you tell if your penny is the real deal? One of the easiest ways to identify an authentic 2013 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is by checking its weight and dimensions. The standard Lincoln penny weighs 2.5 grams, and it should have a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. If your penny falls outside of these specifications, it could be a fake or a counterfeit coin. Another important factor to consider is the condition of the penny. Coins that are in excellent condition, also known as mint state or uncirculated, will be worth significantly more than those that show signs of wear and tear. To determine the condition of your coin, you can look for signs like scratches, discoloration, or damage. The cleaner and more pristine the penny, the higher its potential value. For collectors, the 2013 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is a dream find, but finding one is not easy. Many of these coins were released into circulation over a decade ago, and most have already been snatched up by collectors or lost over time. However, if you're lucky enough to stumble upon one, make sure to get it appraised by a professional numismatist to confirm its authenticity and value. The journey of this coin doesn't end with just its financial worth. It's also a part of a larger narrative that connects us to a pivotal moment in American history. The war in the Pacific was one of the defining conflicts of World War II, and it shaped the course of the 20th century. By owning a 2013 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, collectors are not only investing in a valuable piece of currency but also in a piece of that history. So, how can you get your hands on one of these rare and valuable pennies? While some collectors are fortunate enough to find them in their spare change, others scour eBay and coin shows in search of the elusive coin. If you're serious about collecting rare pennies or want to invest in the potential of the 2013 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, it's important to do your research. Check online auction sites, visit coin shops, and stay connected to the numismatic community to learn about potential sales and auctions where this coin might appear. As we wrap up today's video, it's clear that the 2013 Lincoln penny with no mint mark is a fascinating and highly valuable piece of American currency. With its ties to the war in the Pacific, its rarity, and its potential for a $4 million payout, it's no wonder that this penny has become such a coveted item in the world of coin collecting. If you happen to own one of these pennies, consider yourself lucky. You could be holding on to a piece of history that's worth far more than its original value. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found this information useful or interesting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. And if you have any thoughts or questions about the 2013 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. We're diving into a fascinating piece of American history that you may have in your pocket right now, the 2017 Mint Mark War in the Pacific Lincoln penny. You might be wondering what makes this penny so valuable. Well, stick around because in the next few minutes, we'll break down why this particular coin could be worth up to $3 million. First off, let's talk about the 2017 Lincoln penny's origin. The penny itself, a part of the Lincoln Cent series, was issued by the United States Mint in 2017. It carries the standard design of Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, with the familiar memorial design on the reverse, representing the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. So far, it sounds like any other penny, right? But this is where things get interesting. In 2017, to commemorate the 75th anniversary of the United States' involvement in the Pacific theater of World War II, the U.S. Mint released a special edition of the Lincoln penny, one that includes a unique reverse design featuring the words, "War in the Pacific." This was part of a larger effort to honor the history and legacy of the Pacific campaigns during World War II, marking a pivotal moment in American history. However, not all 2017 Lincoln pennies are worth millions. The key to identifying this coin's potential value lies in one very important factor: the coin's rarity and specific attributes. The special edition War in the Pacific coin was minted in limited quantities, and the condition in which the coin is found plays a major role in its overall value. Let's break down what you should look for if you want to find a 2017 Lincoln penny that could potentially be worth up to $3 million. First, the D mint mark. This mint mark signifies that the coin was produced in Denver, Colorado. While most 2017 pennies are marked with a D, the War in the Pacific edition is particularly rare and valuable due to its limited mintage and specific design. Collectors around the world seek these out because of their historical significance. Now, let's talk about the condition of the coin. The 2017 Lincoln penny War in the Pacific can be worth a lot more if it's in exceptional condition, specifically if it's graded MS-70 by the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. A coin graded at this level means it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, showing no signs of wear and tear. Coins like these are the ones that typically fetch the highest prices on the market. The value of the 2017 War in the Pacific penny can fluctuate depending on market conditions, but when we talk about a penny worth millions, we're referring to those that are in near-perfect condition. A coin like this, if it passes all the right conditions for rare coin collectors, could easily fetch $3 million or more. But what exactly makes these pennies so valuable, aside from their rarity and perfect condition? Well, for one, these coins symbolize an important chapter in American history, the U.S. military's involvement in the Pacific during World War II. This historic event resonates deeply with collectors, especially those who have an interest in wartime memorabilia. The 75th anniversary of the U.S. entry into the Pacific theater was a moment that deserves recognition, and this coin captures that moment in a way few others do. The fact that the 2017 penny was released to honor the war in the Pacific makes it a collector's dream. The minting of these pennies in limited numbers contributes to their scarcity, and their historical significance adds even more weight to their value. So, if you come across a 2017 penny with a perfect grade, you could be holding on to a piece of history that could be worth much more than just its face value. But there's more to this story. As with any rare coin, it's not just about the year and mint mark. There are other factors that can make a coin worth more on the market, such as special error coins or minting mistakes. If your 2017 Lincoln penny has an unusual feature, a double strike, a misalignment, or any other unique characteristic, it could be even more valuable. For example, some collectors pay top dollar for coins with noticeable minting errors. If you come across a 2017 penny with a double die or some sort of misprint, you may have stumbled upon a jackpot coin. These error coins are often the ones that attract the highest bids at auctions because they are one of a kind, adding an extra layer of rarity to an already special piece. Now, let's talk about how you can go about getting your hands on a coin like this. While it's possible that you already own one in your collection, it's more likely that you'll need to search for it through coin dealers, auctions, or online platforms where collectors buy and sell rare coins. You'll want to pay attention to certified dealers who are known for selling authentic, high-quality coins. Make sure to check for any certification or grading reports on the coin, as these can significantly affect its market value. In addition, there are some online communities and marketplaces that specialize in coin trading. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Stax Bowers are great places to start if you want to get an idea of how much these coins are selling for and how to find them. Keep in mind that if you're not familiar with coin collecting, it may be helpful to reach out to a numismatist or coin expert who can help you assess the value of your coin. Another thing to keep in mind is the general rise in interest in rare and collectible coins. As more people are becoming aware of the potential for rare coins to increase in value over time, especially those with historical significance, the demand for these coins is growing. This can drive prices up, especially for coins like the 2017 D Lincoln penny with a strong connection to American history. As we wrap up this video, it's clear that the 2017 D Mint Mark War in the Pacific Lincoln penny is much more than just a common penny. It's a rare and historically significant piece of currency that has captured the attention of collectors all over the world. If you happen to own one of these coins in excellent condition, or if you find one in your pocket change, don't overlook its potential value. It could be worth millions. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos about rare coins and other hidden treasures.